So we have another guest in the studio with us today, and that's Mr. Greg Rice with Nexus Property Management. Welcome back.
How's it going, my friend?
It's going good. We always love having you on the show. Greg, you wanted to share a quick property management tip, your monthly property management tip today, right?
Yeah, monthly tip. Today, I want to talk about the importance of landscaping for your tenants. A lot of owners are neglecting to take care of, weed whacking, raking, picking up some debris in the parking lot. That's something that's very cheap to do, but it's very effective overall. It gives you that nice curb appeal and also lets the tenants know that you care about them. So my tip today is take care of that landscaping. If you own a rental, usually it's a small piece of grass, a couple bushes. It probably take you an hour to go do it. So don't neglect that landscaping because you're neglecting your tenants and you're neglecting your wallet.
And another thing, too, that you did say when it comes to how people feel when they're walking in the property is pretty much how they're going to treat the property. I thought that was brilliant.
Exactly. They're going to treat it the way you treat it, so you just have to keep that in mind.
Absolutely. Now, the last time you were on the show, we had some people that contacted us in regards to your franchise, and they were wondering about the process. So the process of franchising a Nexus Property Management, what is that like? What does that look like?
Yeah, it's. I want to be transparent. We talked a couple weeks ago about the importance of transparency.
Yeah.
A lot of franchises are tight-lipped on what their process is. So I just want to tell you, it's very simple. Say you saw us on the web, you saw these videos, you listened to me on the radio, and you're ready to invest in a franchise. The first thing we need from you is called an RFC. Request for consideration, and that's just a fancy word for an application. Okay, we're going to get to know who you are personally and professionally, and our committee reviews it, and then we could see if you're a good fit. If you have $10 in the bank and owe $1 million to Wells Fargo, you're probably not going to be a good fit. Okay, so that's the point of that, is just to give you a brief overview and see if we can proceed. If everything's well, what we're going to do is set up a few other calls that you can ask some questions about the franchise, and the process of getting started is relatively simple, because now we just have to send you what's called the FDD. That's the franchise disclosure document, and that's the Bible for the business model. It tells you your fees, your requirements, the policies, procedures. It's really the rule book. And once you have that, you're pretty much on your downhill, because now it's going to be easy. You get that executed, we get a deposit in place, then we could start talking about your territory, your office location, and setting up training at our corporate headquarters.
Very cool.
So, in a nutshell, Emilio, it's relatively a quick and simple process. The biggest thing will be if somebody doesn't have their broker's license.
Okay, so they need that?
Most states require it.
Okay.
Massachusetts doesn't.
Okay.
That's why there's so many property managers. Rhode Island does, and there's much less. So if you have your broker's license, you have an edge, probably a 6-month edge on somebody who doesn't, and you have experience as well. So somebody with that broker's license is off to a much quicker start.
I'm going to throw you for a loop. What if somebody has a friend that's an attorney? They can hold the broker's license under that attorney's office, and that attorney is actually in charge, and then they could work for that property management company, because you don't need a real estate license to do that, but technically they wouldn't own it. Could they partner in it?
Yeah, we're letting people find workarounds as needed. So if that's a workaround, we can talk about it.
Perfect.
There's many ways around it. We're not hard and fast on you need to do this, because it's a big hurdle for some people.
Flexible as long as it's ethical.
Exactly.
Yep. Absolutely. Good stuff, Greg. Greg with Nexus Property Management. And Greg, what's the easiest, best way where they can, log onto a website, check it out, learn more details?
Sure. It's nexuspropertymanagement.com. And also our 24/7 line is 888-NEXUS-55.